What is up, guys? Soul Sports back here with another video, and in today's video I have the free agency review of the Indiana Pacers. Now the Pacers, I would say, had a successful offseason, bringing in guys such as Malcolm Brogdon and Jeremy Lamb, two combo guards, I guess you could say, maybe more so of Malcolm Brogdon than it is Jeremy Lamb. Two guys that can defend well and be great complementary pieces alongside Victor Oladipo and can help you, stay in contention until Victor Oladipo comes back. But moving on to their team more, I just want to discuss how kind of weirdly constructed their team is, so to say. With this team, they have tons of guards and big men, and that's something to talk about, but we'll get to that later. But starting off, obviously I want to talk about their major free agency signing. So first off, going off signing Malcolm Brogdon. Malcolm Brogdon is of course a great player. He's a 6'5", I guess you could say, you can call him a 6'5" point guard with his ability to play make. I mean, he's an all-around guy. He can play make, defend, shoot the ball well. As you saw last year with the Bucks, he averaged 15 points per game on 50, 40, 90. That's extremely rare in this league. A type of guy like Malcolm Brogdon is a player that every team would love to have, but the Pacers are very lucky and should do great things with Malcolm Brogdon. And then they went on to sign Jeremy Lamb, who is a 27-year-old shooting guard, standing at 6'5", 185. Had a great season last year for the Hornets. Averaged, I believe, around 15 points per game, being the second man for the Hornets behind Kemba Walker, of course. But now he's on a new team. His role is going to change, but I don't expect the production to go down. I think, he'll be a great player. And whether it's starting potentially or off the bench, he'll be great for them. So, yeah, but moving on. This team does have some problems. One problem I do see potentially arising is their logjam at center, you can say. They have Miles Turner and Domantas Sabonis. Now, I see you would say Domantas Sabonis is maybe a power forward, but we saw that Domantas Sabonis and Miles Turner cannot coexist. They rarely played with each other, and there were talks throughout the offseason of maybe one of these guys getting traded. And I've seen a lot of Miles Turner trade talk, and it just confused me. I don't understand why you would rather trade Miles Turner rather than trading Domantas Sabonis. Now, I know Domantas Sabonis, I do believe Domantas Sabonis is probably the better scorer, but I mean, Miles Turner is definitely the better rebounder. He's the better defender, 100%. He can space the floor better. So, and he's been on your team longer, so he has chemistry with those guys, those long tenured guys. So it would just make more sense to trade, Domantas Sabonis, as, I mean, they are the same age, but Domantas Sabonis has less experience. I don't know. That point kind of doesn't really make sense, but I just feel as if I would have rather traded Domantas Sabonis than Miles Turner if I were to trade one or the other. But moving on, point guard, I feel like it's probably solidified. Malcolm Brogdon is going to be there. But I mean, besides him, it's kind of thin if you're looking at it. I mean, you have TJ McConnell, but I don't really know how much TJ McConnell can help you at that. Aaron Holiday, I feel like, is maybe a season or two away from being able to really contribute to you. I mean, he was actually, no, because he was pretty good last year, but it's just a matter of how much can he help you. Can he help you get over the hump and possibly contend for a title? With how open this league is, I'm not sure. And that's another topic I want to talk about quickly. Can this team contend for a title? And I don't know. It's a weird situation considering the fact that their star player Victor Oladipo probably will not be playing until the new year, recovering from that leg injury that he suffered. But this team should be well enough to at least keep you in playoff contention until he does come back. I mean, you got guys like Malcolm Brogdon and Jeremy Lamb, who we talked about, and then you acquire T.J. Warren in a trade, and T.J. Warren's gonna be a big part of this team, as the forward depth, the small forward depth on this team is very, very, very thin. I mean, talking about it, backing up T.J. Warren is Doug McDermott, who they paid a lot of money, and he has not lived up to that contract at all. At the forward position, I mean, of course you have Domantas Sabonis, but behind him you have T.J. Leaf. T.J. Leaf is a guy who's not in the rotation, and they drafted Goga Bitadze, and that's a topic that doesn't really make sense to me. You have Miles Turner and you have Domantas Sabonis, two guys who cannot work together, and then you add on Goga Bitadze to interfere with that log jam that you have at the big man position. So now what are you going to do? Are you going to play Domantas Sabonis and Miles Turner together? I doubt it. Are you going to play Miles Turner and then take Domantas Sabonis off the bench? I mean, it worked for you last year. He was okay with it, but will he be okay with it again? And then will Goga Bitadze be okay with spending a year in the G League? I don't know. These are all questions that they're going to have to figure out and answer for themselves. But overall, I feel like they did have a good, offseason. I would definitely like to see them trade potentially either Goga Bitadze or Domantas Sabonis and try to get you guys some more wing depth, or maybe another point guard if you plan on, swinging Malcolm Brogdon out to the 2, something like that. Because looking at it, I mean, I don't know, because Malcolm Brogdon, he can play the point guard. You know, he can play the point guard position. He's a great playmaker, but how much can he do? I don't think he's a great facilitator. I think he's a great playmaker. You know, he's a great person with the ball in his hands, and he can create for you guys. But it's just the question of how much can he create. I mean, he's not, of course, he's not like Chris Paul or Russell Westbrook type of guy. You know, he's not going to come out here and give you 10 assists, but can he give you 5? Can you give you 6? I doubt that. I doubt it. So maybe you'd want to go out and try to find another point guard that can help you do that. Maybe someone like off the top of my head, I'm not really sure. Maybe you want to trade with the Heat for Goran Dragic, but I don't know if you have enough cap space to absorb that type of contract without giving up someone. Maybe they'll take back Doug McDermott. We'll see. That's another thing. You're going to need forward depth, you know, because it's very thin. TJ Warren, you know, he's a great small forward, but be backing him up, Doug McDermott, I don't like that. So you're definitely going to have to look out and find a way. I heard there were rumblings of Joe Harris maybe be on a trade block. That's a guy that you can look up there. Maybe you can extend an offer to Kelly Oubre, but more than likely it'd be matched by the Suns. So, you know, they have a lot of questions that they need to answer, and it's not a question of when, it's a question of will they answer those questions. That was kind of weird to say, but yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. If I had to give my predictions for them, I definitely see them being excuse me, I definitely see them being possibly lower in the seeding because of their star player, of course, Victor Oladipo, being out for maybe half the season. I could probably see them being the 4th or 5th seed, you know, if everything goes smoothly, but I wouldn't be shocked if they were, you know, like the 6th seed, 7th seed, possibly. I mean, this team is, you know, very well rounded around Victor Oladipo, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm scared about this depth, you know, that they have. It's kind of thin, but that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. It's So Sports, and I'm out. Peace.